When I first got started with virtual events, we closed $64,500 in a single day using a simple event marketing strategy. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how we did it. By the end of the video, you'll know exactly how to host the event, what to say, and how to create results like this in your business. Later in a future video, I'll show you how we're now doing 10x that. But if we haven't met before, my name is Eileen Wilder, and in the past few years, I've helped entrepreneurs with, in particular, virtual events that have done into the multiple millions of dollars. And I help them grow their business into multiple seven figures using this exact strategy. So let's go ahead and dive into the one event that I used when I first got started, where we closed $64,500, and how you can too. Let's go. So if you're new to business or you've already got an established business, maybe you've attended a virtual event. Now, these are a lot like live events that we all used to throw in hotels or conferences, or maybe you've attended something like this, but these are held virtually. So think of this like a digital seminar that you host online. Now, why do these work so effectively? Well, if you can think back to the seminar business or big conferences or even stadium events that you might have attended, where there was a presenter or speakers and maybe an offer was made, their events were the biggest sales days for many huge businesses. In fact, in real estate, in health, in faith, stadium events, speaking events, seminar events were enormous revenue days for businesses, because they would have this immersion style experience where then an invitation would be made at the end. Now, if you're taking notes, the principle of why this works is immersion causes conversion. So when people are in an immersive event together, they are converted, not just in their pocketbooks, but also in their minds. So this is why events are so powerful, because when you break up a class or a speech, or maybe you've done something where it's like 6 weeks or 12 weeks or a year or 6 months or whatever, it's more like bite size or piecemeal. But when you have an event, people are like best friends by the end. It's like family camp by the end. I mean, people are hugging, life. I mean, it's just incredible. So imagine you being able to host a virtual experience like this, but over Zoom, like from your home, like when you have your PJs on your bottom and your business attire up top, right? Like, it's so comfortable, easy, convenient, and life-changing for those who attend. Now, if you're an entrepreneur or want to be an entrepreneur or fancy pants entrepreneur, you need to know these are huge conversion events for your business. So if you're not in the masterclass events challenge game, like, this is the game you want to get into ASAP, because this is how you'll explode your sales. So here are the steps that we did to crush that very first virtual event, and how you can too. There are 4 total steps. The first step is to decide. Now, what do you want to decide? You want to decide when do you want to host your event, and you want to decide what you're going to sell at your event. Now, you want to think about this first, because we'll design the whole experience based on what we're going to offer at the end. So let's dive into when should you host your virtual event. I like to call them master classes, because that's just a word me and my clients have used. So for this purpose we'll talk about your master class. So when do you want to host it? Well, what we encourage you to do is have a masterclass for about 2 to 4 hours, and you're going to teach your content. You're going to have time for Q&A. You're going to have time for the clients to ask you or let you know what their greatest takeaways are, like a conversation. So you want to leave a lot of room, almost like you're having a party, right? Like if you hosted a party at your house, you're not like, you need to get out in an hour and 30 minutes, right? You're going to like stay and chat and engage. And so that's what a masterclass feels like. We'll get to what you're going to share and what content you'll speak at your masterclass later. But right now, we're just going to decide when. If your audience has jobs and works during the day, you're going to have your masterclass on the weekend. Maybe a Saturday, maybe a Sunday afternoon. If your clients or people you're trying to reach are entrepreneurs and they have a lot of flexibility in their day, you'll find many virtual events are held over lunchtime or sometimes in the afternoons for a couple hours. There's more flexibility for business owners. So that's when you're going to decide when you're going to host your event. Okay. I'd encourage you to pick a date probably a couple weeks out. This strategy works in less than a week, but think of it like you don't need a lot of notice for people. Think of it like you're having a party. Like pretend it's like Super Bowl and you're inviting friends to come over to watch the game. Okay, that's how much time. Like you're going to let people know, like 3 to 4 days ahead of time. You're going to be like, guys, I've got this thing. Do you want to come? Okay. So that's what you want to decide. Now you want to decide what you're going to sell. Now I would encourage you to sell something expensive. You don't have to, but I like to, use leverage and grow my business quickly. So I have a formula for how to create high ticket offers. I'll link it up down below, but it would be in your best interest to charge something premium. Why? Because you're worth it, and your knowledge and expertise is very valuable. Your time, right? Give me a yes down in the comments below. You know your time is extremely valuable. So I like to teach clients, and I would encourage you to have your offer or what you invite them to next at the masterclass, the thing you're going to charge for, events. So is some type of experience, maybe in a beautiful location. And because they'll see it's an event or a workshop or an intensive or a mastermind, they'll be like, oh, the price makes sense, okay? Because it's a few days. You're going to give them speed. You're going to teach them a lot at that workshop, and it's a beautiful experience. And high ticket buyers love experiences and like beautiful exclusive locations. Okay. So that's what you're going to offer, right? Price point, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 or more. You decide. Next step, filling the event. So like I said, you only need to let people know like 2 to 4 days ahead of time, just like you're inviting them to a party. Like literally you could make a post on social media and say, yo guys, I've got this party and I'm going to teach this. You're going to introduce like something you're going to teach them. Okay. I'm going to teach you how to 7x your energy. I'm going to teach you how to like flip houses in 2 days. I'm going to teach you how to raise capital without ever asking anyone for the money. I'm going to teach you how to find the love of your life. Like you're going to teach them, you got to teach them something good, right? So you're only 2 to 4 days. Let them know the name of your party, what you're going to teach them, and then invite them. They could DM you, they could text you, like make it like that. Now if you're an entrepreneur that's been in business, maybe you're at 6 figures, 7 figures, multiple 7 figures, you got a list, you got an audience, obviously you know what to do, okay? Now I do too, but like if you need a ninja tip right here, you're gonna hit the list, multiple emails every day leading up to your masterclass. Most likely 7 to 10 days, you're gonna maximize the list, okay? Third step, we gotta host the masterclass. Now they're there, what do you do? So say you walk in on Zoom and there's all your people and you're letting them in, they're coming on in, and it's just you, right? So you're the host, you're the hostess. Now a couple fun things that you could do is you could have an MC or a co-host. You could have a friend. Maybe you have a friend that's super extroverted. You know that person at the party who just is like the hype girl, the hype guy. Like, you know, when they walk in the door, everybody's like, ah, you know, that kind of person. You could have that person co-host the event with you simply just to add energy and fun. You could be like, you know, they could just be, as they're welcoming, you know, they're coming on in, right? Now, what will really help your content for the masterclass is if you have the ability to ask your guests before they come a question. Now, what's behind this question is their struggles and their challenges. And if they'll tell you those ahead of time, you can design your content to help them the most in the masterclass, okay? So when I did this for this event where I did 64,500, what I did is I asked the guests a question in a Facebook group. So I had all the guests join a Facebook group. And in the Facebook group, I asked, hey, what's your number one struggle finding your purpose? Because that's what I was going to teach on in my masterclass. But you know what's crazy is I didn't know what the content was going to be for the masterclass, but I learned to do an ask campaign, which is asking them their biggest struggle. So I asked them in the Facebook group and they started commenting, well, you know, Eileen, like my biggest struggle finding my purpose is like, I don't know if it's me or if it's God. I don't know if it's just what I want to do or it's what people have told me I should be doing. They comment, I still remember this. They commented things like, Eileen, I don't know which direction to go. I feel like I have a lot of gifts and talents and I get confused. They said to me things like, Eileen, I don't know if I'm too old and I've missed my purpose. You see how their language and their filling in the blank told me so much information? Do you think I knew the answer to all these questions? No, I'm like, God, this is intense. Like, this is a great question. So I went and did research before the masterclass on like how to answer these questions. So you don't need to have all the answers ahead of time. Now I knew some stuff, right? Like you need to have some expert, you know, your stuff's good, right? Like I had some stuff, I had some tips, I had some steps, you know, I had a framework, but I didn't know everything. And so when you do the ask campaign, you're going to uncover the objections, the challenges that people have. And when you answer those in your masterclass, do you know how valuable your attendees are going to think going to your thing was? They're going to be like, this was the exact thing I needed help with. They won't remember what they answered in the Ask campaign, which is so funny, but they'll say things like, this is exactly what I needed. This is exactly the question that I had. Thank you so much for, this is so valuable. Your masterclass is only valuable if you're answering the questions your audience has. That's the only thing that makes it valuable. Not you stating a bunch of statistics and figures and sounding smart. No, that's actually less valuable. What's valuable is answering their questions in the content. Okay, so ask them that question. That's how you'll know what to say. And then have a lot of time for Q&A and moments you'll be like, hey, let's pause here. Let's hear your greatest takeaways. What's resonating with you? So it's a conversation. It's not a monologue, okay? Time will go so fast. You'll be like, oh my gosh. So then at the end, you're like, well, Eileen, how do I make all the money? Here's where you make money. You say, hey guys, would it be okay with you if I shared just for a moment about how we serve people? Isn't that fire language? It's like so good. It doesn't sound salesy, sleazy at all. And then, because it's not salesy and sleazy, right? This is an integrity-based invitation. And then you're going to say, hey, I've got something. It may not be for everybody, but it may be perfect for some of you. If you guys would like to come to my next party, I'm hosting this workshop, yada blah, blah, blah sauce. To dive in, you can secure a seat with a simple deposit. You can just go pay here. Easy. Now, your conversions, if you're just getting started, your conversions will go higher if you invite them to a call. So I have resources, a script called the Confident Closer Script if you need help closing that call. I got you, team. Okay, I'm here for you. I want to see you make money. So you can see that we're going to decide, we're going to fill, we're going to host, and then the post is just collecting that money, collecting those deposits, getting the rest of the investment fulfilled. So friends, if and when you host this party, if and when you host this masterclass, if and when you do what the pros do, you do what the big boys do, you do what the big girls do, you will not only have so much fun, you will be collecting cold, hard cash that you need to grow your business, and you need to pay other people to help serve your clients and help them, help this experience be amazing. That's why you need to charge high ticket, so you can make the experience a 5-star client experience. Okay, so if that's you and you want to over deliver and at the same time grow your business faster, welcome to this game. I'm glad we're connected. Check out the link in the description below this video. Go ahead and click right now so that I can help you 2x, 5x, or 10x, whatever your goals are to grow your business. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.